gotta have the microphone. Good morning, everybody. Please join in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Open, rejoice, and come in. Open your heart, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Society. We are grateful to gather on this beautiful morning, both in person and online, for a time of inspiration, reflection, and connection. Whether you join us today with joy in your heart, weighted with burdens, or searching for meaningful connections, we are glad that you are here. I'm the Reverend Diana Smith, the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Society. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a somewhat tall white woman in my mid-40s with short, curly, white and brown hair, blue-green glasses, a blue blouse, and a multicolored universe stole, standing in UUS's pulpit in the front of our sanctuary. Our sanctuary and the adjoining Religious Education Commons, hey over there, are filling with people of all ages, and through the window walls of our sanctuary, we connect with the natural world around us, where the change of the seasons is bringing us prairie plants that are going to seed and leaves that are just starting to change. As we gather, we give thanks for this land and all who have cared for it over the centuries, particularly the Kickapoo, the Iowa, the Sauk, and the Meskwaki, and the Oceti-Shakawan nations. As people of many ages, genders, races, sexual orientations, classes, abilities, and health statuses, we know how important it is to come together and work together to create a radically welcoming spiritual community. As Unitarian Universalists, our faith expresses our core value of love through how we agree to be together and to support each other. We're guided by the shared principles, sources, and values of our living religious tradition. This morning, we'll be celebrating our values of generosity and interdependence as we kick off our annual stewardship campaign and reflect on how we commit to caring for each other and for this congregation. If doing something with your hands during worship services helps you, we invite you to visit the Soul Work table outside the sanctuary doors and pick up something to work with. And if you're newer to our congregation, we invite you to learn more about us after the service. For those who are here in person, you can talk with a greeter in the atrium. And for those who are online, there's a link to the visitor form in the YouTube show notes that will allow us to connect with you. And now our call to worship today comes from the Reverend Gretchen Haley, who writes, "In a world that feeds on moral outrage, we are here to cultivate moral courage. In a time that prizes picking sides, we gather to draw a wider circle. And in a culture that teaches us to get for what we give and to ask, what's in it for me, we come to practice generosity and to remember we are all in this together. In the midst of life's bitterness, we choose to sing, to give thanks, to laugh together, and to be keepers of beauty, to offer a place of belonging for all who come, in gladness and in pain, to resist the push to the next moment and the next, to slow down, to breathe more deeply, to feel a part of something greater. For this hour and in this space, let us be the change we wish to see. Come, let us worship together. And now, Peter, will you lead us in Everybody's In?
Yes, thank you. You can remain seated for this one, please. This is a song that I'd love it if you could sing on the chorus. I'm just checking my tuning here. So the chorus goes like this. Let everybody in, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. There's not a lot of places for breathing, so I apologize for that. But let's do our best. So let's try it. Let everybody in, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. So that'll come around again and again. Please join in when it does. Here we go. Jesus spoke, entreating them to live together in a great circle of love. And when his followers asked him then who should be included, Jesus said, let everybody in, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. Oligarchs and tyrants try to keep some in and everyone else outside, till revolution sweeps across the land and the people all stand. The common folk cry, let everybody, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody. The circle, circle. Sometimes a circle is a class or creed. Sometimes a circle is made of only men. Until Susan B. Anthony says, what about me? Let me in, let everybody in, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. Sometimes a circle is a privileged thing, excluding people for the color of their skin, until the voice of Martin Luther King says, let freedom ring, let them in, let everybody in, everybody in, everybody into the circle, circle, everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. Gay and straight, rich and poor, whole and broken, open up that door. The more we are, the greater we become. After all, we all are one. Bring in the people, but don't stop there. Bring in the fish in the sea and the birds in the air. Bring in the rivers wide and the mountains tall. We go together or not at all. Let everybody in, everybody in, Everybody into the circle, circle. Everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle. Everybody, everybody, everybody into the circle, circle. Everybody, 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 everybody into the circle, circle.
Thank you. Good morning. What a wonderful message to start the morning off with. My name is Quanda Hood, and I'm a worship associate here at UUS. I am a 22-year-old stuck in the body of a 90-year-old because I hurt my shoulder sleeping. That's what you have to look forward to when you get older, right? I'm wearing a black shirt, blue jeans, glasses, long brown hair, and my pronouns are she, her. As Unitarian Universalists, we light a flame within a chalice as a symbol of sanctuary, safety, and hope, to unite us in our worship and to remind us of our ongoing search for the light of truth. Please join me in saying our chalice lighting words as Christine lights our chalice. Okay. You can start. Okay. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the wonder and mystery of this great gift. So let us now kindle the flame of our liberal religious heritage and renew our covenant of mutual love and care. Love is our doctrine, the quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to serve those in need. This we promise, this we covenant with life and one another. Each week we light a candle for justice and healing to acknowledge our interdependence with the natural world and with all members of the global community, especially the most vulnerable. We light this candle so that we may not be numb to injustice and trauma, but rather find strength, courage, and love as we work in solidarity with others for liberation, justice, and healing. Together, we create resilience and hope. Today, as we light this candle, we're particularly mindful of all the conflict that's going on around the world. As I light this candle, let's hold a time of silence to lift our hearts and bodies, to listen to our hearts and bodies, and to perhaps lift up prayers.
In Prentice Hemphill's new book, What It Takes to Heal, they write, I don't think healing begins where we think it does, in our doing something. I believe it begins in another realm altogether, the realm of dreams and imagination, a realm I might call spirit, a place of potential where possibilities reside, where we retrieve through prayer or in dreams visions for ourselves and for the world that make us more whole. And with our visions in place, we can realize them through what follows, our commitment and the steps we take toward them. Our congregation is made of just that, visions and dreams, imaginings of how the world could be if we worked together, nourishing possibilities that make us more whole, and then the commitments we make and the actions we take toward them. A key part of making that a reality is how we steward or care for our congregation. As we say each week, how we give, What we do with our lives, our time and our resources is a reflection of our values. And our congregation is fully self-supported, in large part through the pledges our members and friends make in our annual stewardship campaign. Stewardship is a time when we say how we will care for our congregation and help it exist for the future. Today, as we kick off our annual stewardship campaign, several of our members, Hex Cheney, Dan Gall, Miriam Kasha, and Paula Miller have worked together with staff member Katie Raridan and our stewardship team to create a wonderful video about being part of this congregation and how we commit to care for it. We're going to be watching a video about them. If you're out in the Religious Education Commons and you want to see the video, you might want to come on in to watch it, or you can stay out there and just listen. It's up to you. So let's hear from our members about being part of this congregation.
I lived in Milwaukee, and I was
Thank you so much to everyone who contributed to that. And now, every week, when they head to classes, our children light a lantern as a symbol of the love and hope that goes with them as they explore our faith. Children, youth, and teachers, those of you who are still in here, please come forward as Dara, where's Dara, lights our lantern from our chalice. Let's join in singing Be Open as children, youth, and teachers head to religious education. Peter, will you lead us? The words are going to be on the screen. So if you're heading to religious education, come on up or stay out there.
Okay. Be open to something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibilities. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Aye, 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 aye. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Aye, 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 aye. Aye, 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 aye.
Man, I don't know about you, but after all that, I'm so glad to be here with this group of people this morning. This is a reading from Reaching for the Sun by Reverend Angela Herrera. Consider this an invitation to you, yes, you, with all your burdens, your hopes and regrets, an invitation if you feel good today, an invitation if you do not, if you are aching, and there are so many ways to ache. Maybe your heart is heavy or hardened, maybe it's troubled, and peace can take up residence, only in a small corner, only on the edge. With all that's going on in the world and in your life. Ni modo, it doesn't matter. All you need for a deep and comforting peace to grow lies within you. Once it's in your heart, let it spread into your life. Let it pour from your life into the world. And once it's in the world, let it shine upon all beings.
What I'd like to do now is there's a song I'd like to teach you some hand motions to. It's a simple moving meditation, and so what I'd like to do is stand up to show you a little bit more easily. I know I'm going to be off mic for those on Zoom, so forgive me, but hopefully you'll be able to actually view the hand motions as I recite the lyrics. And then I'll come back, sit down, play the song, and you can, if you like, use the hand motions with the meditation, okay? So this is a simple breathing meditation. Oh, you can, forgive me, you can remain seated. So this is a simple breathing meditation, meant to do oftentimes in the morning. So I'll show you the hand motions and then I'll play the song for you. So the lyrics go like this, and you move your hands while you're listening. Hands open to the day. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in. Breathe out. There'll be more time to breathe, I think, during the song. So, arms reaching to the sky. And I know you have neighbors, so, try not to whack them with your hand. Then circling around down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands branches catching rain. Breathe in, breathe out. Now here's the most difficult part, it's the most confusing, but the lyric goes, then rising like a stalk of grain, and that's meant to be your hands starting low and moving very slowly up, very slowly while you breathe in, breathe out. And then by the next line, hopefully you'll be near the top, and again repeating, arms reaching to the sky, then circling around down to the earth again, and again, eyes lifted to the light, to the light. And then we end where we began, hands open to the day, breathe in, breathe out, hands joined as if to pray, breathe in, breathe out. That's it. So I'll play you the song and then you can join in with the motions. Okay. Gotta get my glasses here. Hands open to the day. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky, then circling around down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands branches catching rain. Breathe in, breathe out, and starting down low, then rising like a stalk of grain. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky, then circling around down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands open to the day. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
My name is Bridget Laughlin. I'm the ministerial intern here at UUS. I am a short, middle-aged woman with long brown hair and glasses, wearing a maroon dress. How we give, what we do with our lives, our time, and our resources is a reflection of our values. In response to the abundance we are blessed with, every week this congregation donates generously to organizations in the community whose work aligns with our values and principles. Our community partner this month is the UU Society Sponsorship Program. We have partnered with the UU Service Committee's Congregational Asylum Program for seekers of asylum. This program has matched our congregation with Coco Lewin 3 years ago, and now with Carmen and Yoel Gabonela. Sally Hartman will now share some words written by Carmen and translated into English.
Buenos días. Me llamo Carmen Carbonell. Les agradezco de todos a ustedes y a esta comunidad por todos los apoyos que nos han dado. Mi esposo y yo hemos dejado en Cuba familiares, amigos, nuestro idioma y nuestro hogar en busca de una mejor vida. Es difícil de explicar la escasez inmensa que dura en Cuba, la realidad que la gente en Cuba están viviendo. No hay medicina, no hay electricidad, no hay trabajo y no hay comida. El gobierno cubano no ha hecho nada por su propio país para mejorar la situación que hay en Cuba. Gracias a todos, de todo corazón, por esta oportunidad que nos han dado a nosotros. Yeah. Yeah.
Carmen said, "My name is Carmen Carbonell." Oh, she also said good morning, forgot that. I am thankful to you all and this community for all the support you have given us. My husband and I have left Cuba, our family, friends, our language, and our home to seek a better life. It is hard to explain the immense scarcity and hard reality that the people of Cuba are living. They don't have medicine, electricity, jobs, or food. The government of Cuba has not done anything for the country to improve the situation. Now, a heartfelt thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Carmen. I just want to add that the Congregational Accompaniment Program for Asylum Seekers is an organization through the UU Service Committee, and it is literally an organization that believes in everybody in. I want to explain too that what starting over means for someone. It means that they won't be ready for winter, and they need to be ready for independent living in their own home. Right now, Carmen and her husband Yoel are staying with Fanny and Tom Carver. Another readiness is for citizenship, and that will come in January when they apply for the green card, which actually is a quite expensive endeavor. So again, On behalf of Carmen and Yoel, thank you to this congregation for your generous contributions in so many ways. A lot of volunteers have been helpful, and of course, the donations are going to be put to very good use. Thank you.
In the sanctuary, the ushers will collect the offering. All cash contributions go directly to our community partner agency. You can follow the instructions on the screen to give online. If you are writing a check, please use the memo line to designate the purpose. In addition to assisting our community partner, you may contribute towards your pledge or make a gift to support our operating expenses. The offering is a sign of commitment to this free congregation, which is completely supported by the generosity of all who join with us. As we give and receive the offering, may we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts.
When I was a boy, each week, Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. And when I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, barely went my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face. Say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. Tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. Used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Thank you, Peter. Everything is holy now. Liz, would you come up here?
Good morning. I'm Liz Swanson. I am wearing purple today instead of my black. I don't know why, but I woke up at 4 o'clock and that's what I decided I was going to do. I'm in my 70s with some gray hair, streaks, tall, and I've been a member of this church since 2017. So I'm also chair of the stewardship committee, and I have a great group that I'm working with. And I also want to celebrate the developers and the participants of the videotape that you've previously seen. Katie was the producer. Pete Brokaw developed the questions for the interviews. Hex, Miriam, Dan, and Paula were fabulous. And I hope that you recognize the background music. Does anybody have a guess? Okay, Jane? No, we were trying. Fire of Commitment. Fire of Commitment. But Blue Boat Home was our first choice. Reverend Diana stated in an email to everyone who participated, and I quote, "The words were truly a testament of this congregation and our commitment to one another and the community," end of quote. In addition, the feelings that I had in viewing the video reinforced what Bridget talked about last Sunday during the sermon entitled Divine Collaboration, Co-Creating the World, One Idea at a Time. She stated, and I quote, "Creativity is not something we do only in isolation. It is a collective act," end of quote. Another comment Bridget made that spoke to me about caring, and I quote, collective creativity is at the heart of what it means to be a beloved community," end of quote. We are that beloved community composed of staff, members, friends, and visitors. And as a stewardship committee, we sense that the theme of this year's $400,000 campaign is so fitting as it represents our society, committed to caring. These commitments are achieved through covenant groups, assisting with meals, teaching in religious education classes, singing in the choir, discussing everyday issues, sharing concerns and joys. We continue to be here for everyone. Every member of the household has or will provide selected acts of caring this year. For example, our young people during summer camp colored greeting cards to share with members of the society. This degree of commitment, of caring, is a special characteristic of this congregation. Thus, we all want to ensure that resources are available for everyone to accomplish the work and promote the principles and values of UU. Being committed to caring is a pledge to give time, energy, and resources to something you believe in. And it is now time for us to show what we believe in for the greater good of our UUS community. You may have questions about pledging. Perhaps the information in the notes on the service today will be helpful, as there is a link to the Fair Share Giving Contribution Guide. As we have done in past years, we have asked individuals in the congregation to voluntarily contribute to a pooled match fund. This fund will be used to match dollars over gifts given in 2024. So for example, if you give $500 in 2024 and you're giving $1,000 in 2025, that $500 match will be matched by the monies in the matching fund. And we'll also consider new pledges, people who didn't pledge in 2024, and also people who are pledging for the first time. We currently have over $9,000 in this fund available to be matched. Thank you all to those who have put forth this support. This year, we'll also have seasoned members of the congregation visiting with new members to discuss their experiences. And I will provide a list of contact information to the visitors today so that they will be able to be in contact with their households during the next several weeks. Will the persons that are visiting and in attendance please stand? Sue, Tom, Jane? Okay, Russ, thanks so much. Really appreciate your support. As some of you may have already received your pledge information, the congregants being visited will be given the information at the time of the visit. This will enable members of the household to review all of the information after the visitor departs and discuss among themselves in terms of what their gift will be. In addition to the wonderful videotape that we have done, we are doing some other new projects this year to focus on our theme of commitment to caring. In religious education, under the direction of Nick and other staff and volunteers, the classes will be talking about what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist. They will also be talking about how they fit within the society and what they can do to make this a better place. As an activity, members of the class will be pledging, parents, it's a non-monetary pledge, commitment to ways that they can assist UUS to become an even better and more inviting place. Upon making their pledge, then they will go to the fellowship hall and decorate the mural to represent their pledge to UUS. And as we all commit and complete our pledge materials, we will also have an opportunity to contribute to the colorful mural. You will have had a note in your pledge materials that you were mailed, and you will be handed that note at the time of the visit. We'll have supplies at UUS, but if you're not here for the worship service or mailing or dropping in the pledge, please color your hand either green, blue, yellow, orange, brown, or gray, because we want to make it as colorful as we possibly can. On October 6th, several congregants will be writing testimonials. In addition, members of the RE classes will be sharing the pledge commitments that they have made during the service. Thank you all for considering your support while we reflect on the value of this community to all of us and to the wider world. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. One way to understand the work we do in this congregation is as the work of healing. After all, we come to our congregations to learn what it means to be human and how to act as humans in line with our values. Society often doesn't teach us how to do these humanly things, whether they're conflict resolution skills, how to be emotionally aware, or how to be aware of and attend to trauma. This is partly because our society is traumatized. And so, we come here to learn, to create together, to understand, and to live out our interdependence, to engage in pluralism, to center love, to heal. In Prentice Hemphill's book, What It Takes to Heal, I found a definition of healing that describes a lot of what we do in congregations. They write, "Healing is the process, often lifelong, of restoring and reawakening the capacities for safety, belonging, and dignity on the other side of trauma. Safety is the capacity to feel free from threat. We either find safety or create it with who and what we have. When we feel safe, our nervous systems can quiet, allowing for other capacities like imagination and expression to come forward. Belonging is our ability to feel that we are part of something, of a community and the world around us. And dignity is the capacity to feel the inherent value simply in the fact that we exist. It is the seat of agency, of choice. When we can witness and tolerate dignity in others, we can build a foundation for collaboration, for co-creation, for repair." There ends that quote. Do you hear, as I did, the resonances with what we do here, with what it means to be Unitarian Universalist in this place and in this time? The resonances with why we come to this congregation, to grow and share and imagine and vision and create with others who are on similar journeys, with how we're invited to care for each other and our congregation as a whole. In our congregations, we find so many shapes of love, so many ways to express our core value. We find programs and services that we can be a part of and be fed by. We find intriguing and inspiring classes and groups. We find ways of growing and sharing our creativity, our imaginations, and our longings. We find relationships that teach us about giving and receiving love and care. We find values and principles. And we find ways of dreaming, of imagining, of visioning, and then of committing and acting with others to live out that vision. As Prentice writes, visioning is not easy. We are born into other people's visions for us and for the world. From the moment we take our first breaths, we are surrounded by expectations and futures imposed by our families, our communities, and our society. Those visions are not always life-giving. They're not always grounded in our values. It can take deep work, time spent finding what is holy now, and plenty of dreaming to find the visions that we are called to commit ourselves to in this place and in this time. This congregation has cast a vision of being a loving, inclusive, and growing spiritual community. As we say in our vision statement, we celebrate life and a liberal tradition that leads social and racial justice work, heals the earth, and nurtures the lifelong journey of mind and spirit. Our annual stewardship campaign is a wonderful opportunity for all of us, long-timers and newcomers, members and friends, young and old, to reflect on and recommit to how we are stewarding, how we are caring for this congregation. Our commitments to our congregation, whether they are of time, money, or skills, allow this congregation to do the work of healing, to create safety, belonging, and dignity, the work of being a loving, inclusive, and growing spiritual community, of leading social and racial justice work, healing the earth, and nurturing our lifelong spiritual journeys. As a beloved community, we know that we come to this congregation with varying abilities to share material resources, and we also know that our giving is an expression of love. Each year when we come to stewardship season and I look at the Fair Share Giving Guide that Liz referenced and that will be linked on the stewardship webpage, I'm reminded of two things. First, that all of the many ways we give to our congregations are, at their best, expressions of love. I remember that I give out of joy, gratitude, and awe for all this world has given me and the people with whom I share it. That includes y'all. And a well of love and commitment to our people and our congregations. And second, I remember my mom teaching me as a child the importance of financial stewardship of our congregations. As poor as we were, no matter the tough choices we made that week, each week she would place a check in the offering basket, a message about how we were committed to and fed by our congregation, a message about interdependence and love. These things, along with my passion for our vision and what we are creating here, guide me to respond to the invitation to give by using Fair Share Giving Guide to help me to give at a visionary and transformer level to this congregation and Unitarian Universalism. Whether you are an ongoing member or a friend who only attends occasionally online, your response to the invitation to steward this congregation is crucial. It's one of the key things that makes this congregation possible and sustainable. And it's a reflection of how we're all in this, all creating this together. As Liz mentioned, as a reflection of our commitments to caring, we're inviting everyone who is part of this congregation to add your handprint to a mural that we're creating during this year's campaign. You're going to see that mural for the first time next week. Your handprint is a marker of your pledge to this congregation. For adults, we're hoping you'll make your handprint and send it in or make it here after you've made your pledge, that is, or submitted your pledge waiver, and that it will represent your pledge. That is how you commit to support this congregation through time, talents, and money. This is mine. For children, we're hoping you'll make your handprint or send it in with your commitment to an act of caring for this congregation. I'm excited about the clear opportunity that this year's campaign gives us to respond to the invitation to give, and the opportunity it gives us to commit, once again, to caring. Caring allows us to practice generosity and interdependence. It allows us to lean into the reality that we are all in this together. It lets us create and offer a place of safety, belonging, and dignity. For, in the words of Prentice Hemphill, care is still essential for guiding the how of what we build, the visions for the world, and the principle for how we navigate the challenges therein. What's more, caring is a commitment, and we know how important making and keeping commitments is. As Prentice continues, commitment is the path between our visions and this moment. It is the day-to-day building, practice, and intention that transports us forward to that changed place, whether it's internal or external. When we set out with a vision, it crashes into backlash, barriers, fear. Commitment is what gets us through the middle of change, when the outcome seems bleak, when we're lost and can't go any further. Commitment expects our despair but doesn't waver. It comes from inside of us, keeping steady when we lose hope or give up or decide to step away. What lives inside us does not go anywhere, but waits so we can return to it. Commitment to our North Star, our visions, brings us through. To what and to whom are you committed? What do you long for? What is worth traveling through the unknown to reach? As you make your commitment to caring, may you remember how we give and who we work with is how we create the change we wish to see, how we cultivate hope. May you remember that our collective Unitarian Universalist spirit believes in healing and in the healing power of community. That through the healing power of community, we go together or not at all. That we have the ability to let peace and love grow within us and then pour forth into the world where it may shine upon all. May you remember that we are creating a place of safety, belonging, dignity, and justice here. That together we are transforming our lives, our community, and the world, that we are widening the circle, and that our vision needs all of us working together to make it real. May we all respond to this vision, to this invitation, by giving with love. So may it be. Blessed be. Amen.
May what has been shared today help us more fully affirm our interconnection and live into love and justice. Immediately after the service, we gather in the fellowship hall and outside for conversation and community. If you're a newcomer, we hope you'll grab a snack and then sit down at a table so folks can join you for some conversation. And if you're an ongoing member or friend, please submit your pledge today, and then in the fellowship hall, make a handprint for our mural. I didn't realize that we were in the midst of a celebrity. The gentleman here, Peter, wrote Blue Boat Home, and he's going to sing that with us after our closing words. We'd also like to give a shout out of gratitude to Shinwei for her work in bringing Peter here through our music outreach program. And now to close our service today, we will sing Blue Boat Home. Please rise in body or in spirit as you're able.
Geez, I was just tuning for the next song. I apologize for that, so I got to tune back. I have to tune back now. Hold on. I'm not very organized. It's your meditation time. Tune. Okay. Oh, see, sorry. Okay, here we go. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I plow the starry sea, leading over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred feel from the soul, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. I give thanks to waves upholding
thank you for your grace. Please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again.
As you go out into the world this day and this week, may you go committed to caring and committed to drawing wider your vision of what that means. Go in peace, love, and justice, living love ever more fully and fiercely into this world. Amen. And blessed be.
Okay, so this is a song I was tuning for. So we have one more song, and I'd love to teach you a very simple chorus, invite you to sing on that. So here's how the chorus goes. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder, to the wonder, to the wonder of it all. Let's try it. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder, to the wonder, to the wonder of it all. That's it. Here's to the spark in the dark whence it all came. Here's to the ride on the light of the Big Bang. Here's to the photons, the mighty protons. Here's to the gravity that turned the sun on. Here's to the first twitch of life in the oceans. Here's to the magical molecular potion. Here's to the green leaf. Here's to the heartbeat. Here's to the living cell like a city unseen. Here's to the wonder. We go. Wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder. Wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder. To the wonder. To the wonder of it all. Here's to the seconds and the minutes and the hours. Here's to the sources and the forces and the powers that set the hills down and spun the earth round, that turned the planets in, that turned the atoms into planets and into flowers. Here's to the infinite spaces over and under. Here's to the unreachable places, uncountable numbers, stars in the night sky, years that have gone by. Here's to the trillion atoms in your eye. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder of it all. Here's to the wonder, to the wonder, to the wonder of it all. Here's to the burning light of the living, shining out of you and me. The 1,000 million the impossibilities that still happen somehow. Here's to the magnificent mystery that we are even here now, thinking and speaking, waking and sleeping, working out our destiny in this great chain of being. Here's to the ways that we're connected to each other, lovers and neighbors and friends, sisters and brothers. Here's to the flowing, the coming and going. Here's to the chance to laugh, raise a glass and say, here's to the wonder, wonder of it all. Is to the wonder, wonder of it all. Is to the wonder, to the wonder, to the wonder of it all. One more. Is to the wonder, the wonder of it all. Is to the wonder, the wonder of it all. Is to the wonder, to the wonder, to the wonder of it all. Thanks, everybody. Great to be with you. Thank you.